All right, so we're about to do a casual Friday. Don't know what we're going to talk about. It's just me and Kenny today. Paulie's out of town. Phil, work. And I forgot my charger from my computer, so I had to run. Couldn't find it, grab an old computer.
There's a lot happening.
There's a lot happening right now. A lot happening in the world. A lot happening in this building. A lot happening in this office. What are we going to talk about? Is there anything we can talk about besides coronavirus right now?
That is a good question. What are you self-quarantining? Quarantined?
Quarantined? Semi.
Okay. Just more so social distancing.
Yeah, so we just bought some extra groceries tomorrow. So yes and no. I mean, so I guess like what you're saying, more social distance. Like I come here because we're the first ones in the building and there's nobody here.
Right.
I've been going over to the church. Same thing though. We're not like holding services, so there's just a couple people there. So yeah, I was gonna say I'm not gonna go to the mall, but they just closed Potomac Mills for the next 10 days. I don't know if you knew that.
So my wife and I, we had to go. My car a couple days ago, just the back tire just completely went flat, and I needed a new tire. They couldn't repair it. The holes, the punctures in the tire were too close together. There's two of them. So we had to go to Costco because I had warranty. All I had to do is pay $10 and they would put a new tire on it. So we went by. They were like, it's going to be an hour. So I was like, I got to get back home because I'm technically at work still. So
Don't tell his boss.
Well, we went during lunchtime because I was like, nobody's going to be out. We'll do it real quick and get it done and go home. But they were like, it could take like 2 hours. So I was like, dang. So I was like, let me get an Uber. And she was like, I kind of want to Cinnabon real quick. So we did walk into the mall briefly. And it was a ghost town. I've never seen Potomac Mills like that.
What time because they closed yesterday at 7, I think, was the last day.
We went on, did we go Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday. So we went around 11 something. And it was dead. Now Costco was very much alive.
Oh, yeah.
It was
packed. They're staying open.
Right.
They're staying open through the closure.
So people are in there trying to get like groceries and a bunch of things. But yeah, the mall is like ghost. There's nobody.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is kind of crazy. I watched Outbreak last night on Netflix. Have you watched that?
No. So that's the one with the monkey, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Dustin
I've seen that.
Hoffman, Kevin Spacey, Morgan Freeman. Wow, I'm doing good right now. Paulie would be impressed.
I am impressed.
Actually, Paulie, the reason he's not here is that we wanted to quarantine from him. So that's why he's not here. He's not out of town. We lied.
We want to social distance ourselves from him.
Always. Even before the outbreak, that's always the goal. No, we love Paulie. Paulie, he made a joke about him becoming the heel of the Miserable Company, but that's what he's always been. We're all the heel, just in different areas.
We literally hate each other on the low.
We do.
Paulie's going to watch this and crack up.
I don't know. I hope not. I hope he doesn't watch it. I don't want him to laugh at all.
You don't want to bring him joy.
No joy to him whatsoever. No. I was talking to Nico today. Nico Barboza. If you don't know Nico Barboza, here's a little plug for a friend of mine. One of the most incredible musicians ever.
A beast.
I mean, he put out a video like the other day and I commented and said, somehow you still surprise me. Like he's one of those people, like there's a lot of musicians that I've watched and now it's just kind of like, all right, like I've seen you do that before. Like, you know what I mean?
Right,
you ever felt like that? Like, this is one guy that like every once in a while I'll just watch a video and I'm like, what? Like, and he keeps getting me to do that. So anyways, I was talking to Nico earlier and he was like, I was like, yeah, I'm actually headed over to the Miserable Company office right now. And he was like, please don't stop the podcast during all of this. He was like, it's one of the only things keeping me sane. It was so funny because he's like, I guess really like closed it down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess he's really quarantining,
Oh, okay.
And he's like, I'm going insane. Like I haven't seen anybody. Like I haven't, I'm not doing anything. So yeah, no, we're not stopping. We have the perfect scenario because right now our office is empty. We're the only ones here.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a perfect place to come. Nobody's been here.
I actually am looking forward to all this, everything shutting down. And just because I feel like in our lives, it's just go, go,
Right.
go.
It's
And
the same reason. It's a little less serious. It's the same reason I like when we get a foot of snow.
Yes.
Because everybody for a day or two just has to chill.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? And there's no expectations. There's no responsibilities. Just relax,
Exactly.
you know. And
Now,
there's-
I will say probably, so we've only, I guess, here in Northern Virginia, like about a week. I could do another week. After that,
you're going to be going crazy.
I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm ready to get back to regular life.
Yeah.
But I'm good. I know me and my wife, before everything happened and everybody rushed to the grocery stores to get all the toilet paper and the water, I remember watching something in the CDC. Lady was like, it's not a question of if, but when. And I said, I feel like people are going to go crazy. It just felt different than all the other times that they talk about these different viruses. So I was like, let's just start getting extra things. So the day when everyone went crazy, we went to the store just to get some extra stuff so things didn't run out, but we were okay.
Yeah. No, we had bought toilet paper, which the toilet paper thing, it's like,
It's weird.
to me, like, I want to be able to feed my family and we need clean water. Like toilet
Right.
paper, like I can get creative.
I said
Like
the same thing.
anybody that's ever, like I'm not going to put them on blast, but I had a roommate in college that was not Pauly because people would.
That's what I was thinking automatically.
But apparently he was taking coffee filters from his work instead of buying toilet paper, and that's what he used.
Interesting.
So after witnessing that and just knowing, like, look, worst come to worst, if I run out of toilet paper, I just hop in the shower or something. I don't know. I'm figuring something out.
I got some old t-shirts. I'm good, bro.
I'll figure something out.
There's leaves outside.
But like people going crazy about the TP.
I don't know.
Like
That's weird.
but I could see if it was like a disease where you're gonna get some diarrhea or something. But
Wait,
yeah.
is that one of the side effects?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
No,
I don't know either.
I don't think so at all. But I think people are just planning on not leaving the house for a while, or maybe not being able to at some point.
But people are fighting over toilet paper.
Yeah, that's why. We got
That's
toilet
wild.
paper, we got groceries. Just because of the things that I do, I have multiple water filtration systems because, we go with all the far-flung stuff. So I could go, we got a creek
Okay.
behind our house. It's nasty. But I could go down there and have water
It's about survival.
forever.
Right.
And then we got plenty of food. But like, it's crazy that I was telling Becca, like, it is eye-opening to see how quickly
Yep.
something could happen. And like, we were talking about the scenario where it's like martial law.
Yep.
What's the other thing? The curfews.
Yep.
Like you can imagine, it's not hard to imagine right now, like the military being posted up at the end of your road.
If people go
You know
this
what I'm saying?
crazy over something like this,
Like if it was something even more, and like just let's say, just to be realistic and sensitive, that this is affecting a lot of people.
oh yeah,
And like, there's people that are really sick and there's people that have died. And that's like very serious scenario. And then there's also beyond that, with everything that they're saying, you got to be careful too, because you could carry it, not even know it, and then affect somebody who could really, really be hurt by the virus or whatever. So I don't want to make light of it either. That's not the point,
yeah,
And I don't want to see us being here. Like I said, the building's been empty for 2 months before this. There's nobody here except us. So, I think we're this is okay.
yeah. I think we're good.
It's just hard too because, balancing all of the different opinions. Like,
Yeah,
like when I
that's
reached out to you, I said, I'm going to go over there, but I wasn't going to ask you to come over here because I don't know how you feel about it.
right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want people to be uncomfortable. Like I came here, and David, the community manager, is here walking around holding Clorox wipes. He's been cleaning all day, every day. That's all I've seen him doing for like a week now. And I've only been here 2-3 times, And it's just like you walk in, you're like, we're not going to shake hands. How closely? It's very awkward, man. But it is crazy to see how, a couple weeks ago, just everything was normal.
Yeah. People were making
So,
jokes about it.
I did tell my wife, it's like all of the preppers out there. And I know a couple of preppers that stock some food and water and ammunition and things like that. And I have a couple of those things. I don't have everything. But I told Becca, I was like, you know what? Like, they sell those rations or whatever. It's like a bucket that can it's like non-perishable food items that'll keep you alive for like a month.
Oh.
I was like, why not? You know what I'm saying?
Where'd you get that from?
I don't have them, but I'm saying they sell
okay.
them.
I was about to say.
And there's different things like that. You can buy packages that'll last you a year.
Yeah.
Like, whatever your family size. Like, and I was just like, why not? Why not have we got other crap stacked up in the garage. Why not have that? Just in case you did have to just lock all your doors and sit in there for a couple weeks. It's like, oh, that'll never happen. Well,
and you know what?
People, this was kind of a crazy scenario until right now, too.
My wife has said that before Corona was even mentioned, when we first moved into our house. She's like, I think that we should have a stash of non-perishables just in case anything happens.
For sure.
So we already had like a little mini stash of vegetables and canned soup and all that stuff, even before, they started mentioning this stuff.
The pasta, you can't get pasta right now. Yo.
Oh, I was on top. I got my pasta.
Well, you can't get it. So we got a bunch of freezer items and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, we got some of that.
And then, of course, we got canned vegetables and things like that. But, like, it's crazy. Like you're saying, though, like, if people are freaking out like this about this, like, it's crazy. I think about my grandma and my grandpa. So they had that garden in their yard. And they had a cellar, like, right below their house. Basically, like a basement you entered from the outside.
Okay.
Right? And it was shelves full of canned, in the glass jars,
right?
Whatever that's called. I guess it's canning. And they had vegetables full, and they would last like forever. I don't know how long they actually lasted, but we're still eating my grandparents' vegetables. They haven't done it in years.
Oh, wow.
So I think about them in times like this, like out in the country, growing their own food.
That's the thing.
He knew how to hunt. He had his guns, his ammunition. They had their own food stockpiled up. It's like, yeah, they would have been straight. Like they're on the well
that's
water.
Smart.
They're
See,
on
the growing your own food is like, that's huge.
Yeah, I heard I've heard a couple people, Kat, Wordsplay's wife, on Instagram yesterday was talking about how they had just moved to a less populated area and things, and she does art. It was like really cool stuff. I've been following her a lot. So like now that it's kind of like quarantine, she's in there like doing a lot of artwork and like doing a couple different things. The kind of people can get involved in. I thought it was dope. Anyways, she was talking about like this has inspired her to like try to learn like how to grow her own food. And I think that's one of the cool aspects, one of the positive aspects of this is it kind of forces you to reconnect with some of those basic skills that humans always had up until 100 years ago, 200 years ago. Like everybody was doing that. Everybody knew something about it. Bro, if I had to grow a green bean right now, I don't even know how that works.
I'd be stuck.
You'd be hurt, bro.
I'm like nothing's happening.
But so like that's one of the positive things too, is like we become so reliant. It's probably good to just, like she said. And I was like, you know what? That's not, my dad had a garden in the yard. And it's just like, why not? You know, and I know people right now that got ducks and chickens and they got eggs.
Yo, that's so smart.
Right. It's like, why not?
But I don't want to take care of a chicken at the same time.
That's just so smart. So you're driving home from work like, oh my God, I got to go take care of the chickens. I don't even know what that means. I guess you just throw feed at them and make sure they got water. I don't know. I guess chickens drink water. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing, bro.
But shout out to Martin. Martin grows his own vegetables. I went over to his house to film something one day, and he was going out to the deck, and he was bringing like in vegetables. I was like, "Where's all this?" He was like, "I grow it right there on my."
Well, there's people. I got a friend that grows vegetables in their basement.
Oh, that's
like
dope.
With the UV lights.
They
might be growing other stuff too. I can't speak for that. So I know they got some peppers and stuff coming out, but I don't know. I'm just joking. It's all good. But it's just man, it's weird. It's just weird in just a couple weeks how. And it's also weird that, like, being in our position, you don't know really what to think.
I don't.
Like, it's like you don't want to be too far either direction. You don't want to, if it is hype, you don't want to buy into all the hype.
Right.
But you also don't want to be ignorant.
And that's why, like, everybody's going to social media. They're running to all these different platforms, and they're putting out their opinions, which is fine. But everybody has to realize it's just an opinion. I'm not an expert on infectious diseases, so I'm not about to speak on what it is.
I know nothing. Like, even after, like, for instance, a few minutes ago, we were playing the today's briefing from the task force or whatever,
Right.
like from the White House press briefing thing. And it's like, you can listen to that and then what? Like, that's all you got,
Right.
It's
That's
like,
it.
the only thing I know is, like, they're saying, don't go in groups of 10 or more, wash your hands, be, hygienic, and stay home as much as possible.
Right.
And I'm trying to, again, you try to be responsible with that. The one crazy thing here is it's like 80 degrees right now.
Oh, it feels so good outside.
It's just so random. So there's a lot of people walking, so yeah, I guess this was a quarantine discussion.
Yeah.
But I told my wife, I was like, one thing we can do, we can go hiking.
Oh, that's
We
dope.
can go hit a trail up. You know what I'm saying? Like, no people out there. There's some of the trails around here are actually like boardwalk style trails. So like even Miles, 11 months old, he's walking. We could let him walk around a little bit.
That's a
get him
good
outside.
idea.
You can go walking. You could do things.
Oh, yeah.
I watched Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 yesterday with my daughter
Nice.
while I was working. But
We're supposed to watch Frozen 2 today.
I haven't seen that enough.
I don't
Seen
have a
all of
little
them enough.
child,
I know.
though.
Well, there's things you can do. It's one of those things too. Like, there is an end to this and a positive end, but it's just like, when are we gonna,
This is
you
like
gotta stay positive. It's just like, you
Right.
don't know the when,
at all. But this reminds me of the furlough. I remember when government employees were on furlough and I wasn't working for a while.
I remember that.
And I made a video about it. And somebody came up to me and they told me the video inspired them because the point of the video was like, when things like this happen, this is the perfect opportunity for a lot of people to seize some of those passions that they want to try. You have extra time on your hands now.
Right.
I'm at home, so when I get off at whatever time,
You don't have to commute.
I don't have to commute.
Right.
I could take that extra hour and a half and do something,
Right. Speaking of that, can we finish my music video? I thought about that. The Lawrence music video.
Yeah.
We literally haven't touched it in
I
a
thought
year.
about that like 2 weeks ago.
So for those that were involved, I know a lot of people that were involved listen to this. So the reason we haven't finished is just because literally we filmed that and then like a few weeks later, just things busted loose in a very positive way.
Right.
But there was a lot of opportunities and, when things like that happen, we have opportunities with other people. Our personal stuff kind of
Right,
takes a
right.
back seat. So I was thinking about the other day, we were basically done with it then.
I think
There's just minor tweaks we had to do.
I made those tweaks. It might be completely done.
So it's probably been done for like 6 months. We just haven't
Right.
talked about it.
You just need to look at it again to see
Right.
if,
Yeah.
that'll be exciting.
But we got some time now.
Yeah.
We're still actually, yeah, we're so much like what we're doing for the church. Like right now, I'm getting ready to go over. We're going to pre-record stuff. We're doing streaming stuff. So, not a lot of time.
Yeah.
Just a different kind of time,
Yeah.
I guess. But yeah. Anyways, we're going to keep putting podcasts out. Don't worry. Nico, I mentioned you earlier. Don't worry. If there's anybody, for some reason, if this podcast is helping you through the craziness, maybe just distracting you through, I don't know how much help, but yeah, don't worry. We've got like 3 podcasts coming up.
Yep.
We have a podcast with Clark coming out,
Yep.
not this Monday, but next Monday. Whatever date that is. So yeah, we already have some podcasts pre-recorded.
Oh, let me say one last thing before we close out. If you are ordering DoorDash, if you happen to take an Uber, anything, make sure if you can tip a little extra because those people are hurting right now. And when I took the Uber from the mall yesterday, the guy was like, yeah, I'm waiting like 2 hours and I gave him like an extra however much money. And he actually sent me a message.
Right.
Thank you. So those people are struggling financially. So if you can.
And like, if you do want to eat, like, if you live in our area, you don't have to order from the big chains. You can order from
the locals.
Montclair Family Restaurant.
Yep.
Big shout out. They're still doing like curbside delivery stuff. So don't forget, man, those people
That's good.
that could use, just use a little bit of a boost before you do the McDonald's or the Chili's or something. Think about the families that are running businesses in and around your towns, and
That's good.
it's a good time to just help those people out a little bit
Definitely.
until we get that check. Hey, send me a G or two.
They'll be all right.
If you don't know about that, research that. Apparently, we might be getting checks on the mail in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, give me that check.
That's kind of dangerous, though.
It is.
Bama's going to be trying to start the next outbreak.
I got money now. I can afford to get corona.
That's terrible, yo. That's terrible.
Oh, man.
Hey, stay safe out there. Stay healthy. Be smart. Use wisdom. Listen to some guidelines and go with your gut and wash your hands.
And your butt.
Oh, my God.
Some people don't.